against Tate, or was that just a failed experiment?
It was a failed experiment. I don't know. They ban out the Razor. Okay.
Throughout the tournament, but I really like it in this lineup.
Dragonite, maybe? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Spirit's draft is so good. Man, it's so freaking good that it's insane.
Collapse this usually does as well, and Collapse coming in, like I say, I don't think I've ever seen him throughout this entire event lose a lane. So, the 3 cores here on Spirit, and that's without going into the supports as well, with great rotations, great farm accessibility, excuse me, for the cores. You know, Spirit do really look like they've got their act together again, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do. I'm not going to say it's going to be a 3-0. You know, I think Gaimin Gladiators, they have something about them. They wouldn't be in the grand finals if they didn't, but I think I'm going to back Spirit as well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how both teams play. Maybe Gaimin Gladiators come in there, you know, they're going to prove into an upset, and that'd be great to see from a narrative perspective, you know, being knocked down into the lower brackets, coming, rising like the Phoenix, coming through it and winning the grand finals. But for now, Team Spirit, I'm in their corner.
Yeah, most definitely. They're looking amazing, and we'll see if they can win this one. Laurel going forward, he is gonna get the Dragon Tail here, so Celery is in trouble.
Yeah, a lot of damage coming out onto the Silencer. Silencer is going to be the first blood, and Poshka will pick it up, and it looks like, with the disruption, what else is going to be able to get through this now as well? The arrow's going to connect. They're going to be able to take down the Hoodwink. The Hoodwink, it is going to be squirrel meat. One more right click. No, he uses the Fairy Fire, and there's no Shadow Poisons. It's only the disruption in the tree, so he walks back in. Yutaro, does he want to try and go for this? It's going to be a really nice bushwhack. It stops Yutaro, and Yutaro just going to TP himself into the lane to be able to get to the farm. But that is going to be, I mean, he's not even going to go back for the regen here on the Hoodwink, so it's going to be a lot of regen being used for the Hoodwink to try and get back to a decent amount of health to make sure he's not at risk in the lane.
Yeah, true. I don't know if you remember the game 1 of Spirit versus Gaimin Gladiators yesterday. Collapse played the Magnus we're gonna be seeing here. Celery, I think he lives now. Collapse is just a god.
Yeah, Celery, one more right click. Collapse gets it, and he's starting the lane off how he starts pretty much every lane here, Collapse.
It's just not fair having him on your team. Anyways, though, what I was trying to say is that I want to see the Ace Magnus not finish off the Guardian Greaves. You need mech into a Blink. Blink needs to be here fast. Gaimin Gladiators, if they stop their advancements and their aggression in this game, it's a problem. You need to create chaos so that Team Spirit cannot concentrate the fight where they want to. Because if Team Spirit are creating chaos by Dragonite always being in the face of Gaimin Gladiators, you having the vision and then the Centaur and the Mirana getting kills, you're gonna get smashed. But if you are the ones going aggressively, forcing out TPs and stuff like that, then you might be able to win this game. So for me, Ace is gonna be the key factor here. Him and Quinn as well.
Well, the Bushwhack as well, Naposh are going to be taking a lot of damage. Skewer comes out with the disruption, and now the creeps are going to be getting a little bit aggressive with the illusions out as well. Tofu just has to watch out for the damage coming out here. Does he have another Bushwhack to throw out? He will in 1 second, but he's still going to be taking a lot of punishment. Has those stick charges, but only 1 Tango left though. The Bushwhack comes out, they actually get him, yeah, Miposhka. Can he get himself away from this? He's going to be pulled back again by the Shockwave, trying to get himself underneath the tier 1, but the Skewer comes out, and Ace will pick up the kill. A couple of tower shots for his trouble, but absolutely fine with that on Ace. And, okay, so that's going to be a decent start as well for the offlane Magnus.
And Larl is losing the mid lane to a Puck. I mean, that should never happen as a Dragonite.
Yeah, Starstorm comes out, though. Shad, can he get himself away from this? A couple more right clicks, 20 health, and Mira, level 2, the arrow into the Starstorm, so no leap, wasn't able to close the gap, get that extra attack speed, and Faceless Void will survive for a little bit longer. But meanwhile, top lane, again, Tofu, the Metamorphosis is out, the Shadow Poison this time. Can they chase him down? Tofu behind that tier 1 tower. Looks like he will be able to get himself back and safe. The Bushwhack not going to be thrown out. The Acorn shot there as well. It did connect onto Yutaro, but only the once, so not a lot of damage onto the Terrorblade. Just going to be able to shrug that one off.
It seems like Quinn knows the matchup of Puck versus a Dragonite, and Laurel isn't really in the loop that much, because this is very weird what we're seeing currently.
Yeah, bottom lane, Chad. Are they going to be able to do the damage onto Mira? Mira's trying to get himself away. Again, doesn't have that leap. Time dilation coming out as well. Mira, you've got to be careful. The glaives coming through from the silence, so one more of those, and Celery might be able to get the kill. Very Fire's going to be there. The arrow's going to miss, and he might still go down. He breaks the vision behind the tree. Celery still wants to hunt. Starstorm's going to be coming through, and now the damage isn't going to be enough with the curse. It looks like Celery, with the last word, might be able to take down. He will. He actually gets the kill there as well. First, before he gets taken down by Mira. So it looks like Celery even taking the intelligence from that gank as well.
Yep, nicely done. Nicely done for sure. That was a bit too aggressive from Mira. I understood his positioning. I was like, he's afraid of the Arcane Curse. But actually, there was no Arcane Curse on the Silencers, so he could have just ran to the side, and Collapse would have been able to finish that one off. But in the end, you know, it's still not that big of a deal. I guess losing to Int, you're not going to be too mad about it.
No, but that is only the start here. And if Silencer gets the confidence to carry on getting aggressive, and you know, you never know that. We've already seen one Silencer in the event so far get themselves up to 100 intelligence, get those triple digits.
This is so big for Gaimin Gladiators that the puck is winning the lane. This is so huge because he's the one that has to finish people off. Ace needs to make the plays, find them, but the one that needs to have extra levels and extra farm to finish them off is definitely the puck.
And Collapse being forced back here as well. The aggression coming out from Celery onto the Centaur. I mean, he is still going to be a big tanky boy. You know, he's got that ring of health. He's got a decent amount of regen, but with the Mirana out of the lane, looking into that mid lane here, Mirana, so they might be able to get a gank on the puck if they can set up with the Dragon Tail, but only level, no level 6, excuse me. And they do, yeah, they get the kill onto Quinn in the mid lane. No level 6 on the Dragon Knight just yet, so no ranged Dragon Tail. But if he sets it up right, you know, just getting right in the puck's face, Mira able to get that arrow off, and lol, he does get the kill. Yeah, you can see the Dragon Tail coming off cooldown. So he was able to do the damage, and now that should put lol in a better position in this mid lane.
Usually when you are... Okay, the Silencer is going down as well. Yeah, very nicely done by Mira. But usually when you're playing against the Mirana or any kind of gank potential to the mid lane from the position 4, you place a ward in your own jungle so that you can see those rotations. And Gaimin Gladiators, not only did they not do that, or also their ward in the mid lane was more to the left, more towards the top lane. So I think that's in the end what cost Quinn his life. And I mean, it's just an easy thing to set up so that it doesn't happen. So a bit of a mistake there, and they do get punished for it.
Yeah, and Yutaro, the Bushwhack is going to be coming through. Yutaro going to be caught out. Shockwave again. So he's in the Metamorphosis form, so he can still stick away and find those last hits, even without having to come right up close to the creeps, even underneath the tier 1 tower there. Tango passed across to him as well, and Tofu, he's still looking, but Poshki going to be coming through the trees as well. What are they going to be able to do here? Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Dream Call is going to be used. So they get the kill onto the Mirana, at least. Lal wasn't there, though. He's got that Dragon form up. Is he going to try and go into Quinn? The Dragon Tail comes out. He's got a little bit of damage to come through onto Quinn, and Quinn just going to be going into that orb. He does dive away in the end. Just trying to get a couple more right clicks out onto the Dragon Knight. But the Dragon Knight now, with those points into the Dragon's Blood, won't really be too fussed about the aggression coming through from the puck.
This bottom lane is the biggest problem, for sure.
Oh, the skewer, but the banishment comes out with a disruption here. Can he go onto this Magnus? Magnus can get himself away. The Shadow Poisons again. It's going to start to stack up. The illusions as well, doing damage over to him. And he still turns himself around. Gets the kill onto Maposhka. And guys, don't forget, below the stream there is a banner. If you are a new customer, you can get yourself a free $15 bet there as well, if you want to go through that. And Celery, how's he doing? I mean, Shad, we look at this, the net worth, 2.2, so he's sitting about 500 behind the Terrorblade, but he does have that Magnus that's going to be able to give him the empower. You know, if he needs to go into the jungle for a little bit, he's going to be able to get that farm acceleration coming through. But the Stomp, the damage coming through from the double edge, and Shad, well, he's able to time walk it off.
You need double edge into a Stomp. Collapse has been doing it for some time in the lane, but now he thought he wasn't going to be able to do it, and he's like, I got the Stomp, I might as well just use the double edge so that you jump out. But that's in the end not going to be costing him too much. He does have the Ring of Health to get him back self up to full. But Chad, again, his laning phase today hasn't been looking the greatest. But as you mentioned, he has the Magnus. And in the previous series or in the last game, he did manage to come back to the game actually with the most farm just because of the Empower.
Yeah, and you can see here as well, Collapse, he's not too super fussed. He's top of the net worth as well. He's not really fussed about the aggression coming out from the side of Gaimin Gladiators. And again, Collapse, he's not taken over the lane just yet, but it's only a matter of time because he's just shrugging off any of the aggression coming out from, the side of Gaimin Gladiators. So at this point, do you just let Collapse have the lane, or is that the trap that so many teams have fallen into, including Gaimin Gladiators throughout this event?
he has this lane already. Like, look at him, 3.7k gold. I mean, that lane is his. It's just Void wants to stay there for as long as possible. If any kind of dive happens, Chrono into a puck TP, you can't get the kill. You can't do it.
Yeah, and we look in the mid lane as well. Again, the Dragon Tail coming out, and Lal just trying to get, just letting Quinn know that he is here as the Dragon Knight. What's he building into? He's going to be going into, is that a Falcon's Blade coming up for the Dragon Knight? Okay.
Yep. You are a little bit of mana reliant on the DK. You want to be able to spam out your spells. You don't buy a bottle on this hero, so it's natural that you're going to be needing a double bracer, Falcon Blade, and then the Blink Dagger for you to really be online. I have to say, if Larl played the mid lane a bit better, now it would be such a huge lead for Team Spirit, because Quinn did so well in terms of laning. It is okay-ish in terms of net worth between the teams.
Okay, and Shad being forced back again. He wants to be going towards the... It looks like the Mask of Madness for the Faceless Void. With Collapse, like say, top lane, they might be able to get a little bit of aggression onto Mamposhka, get himself away. The RP is going to be expended here just for the Shadow Demon, but Shadow Demon's still walking. He doesn't have that disruption for the next 12 seconds, but the Bushwhack comes out. They should be able to finish off the kill. Yeah, and Ace will be able to claim it up against Mamposhka. And again, early on in the game, you know, expending the RP just to get one hero, totally worth it. The arrow, though, going to be dodged off. Quinn this time does see it coming.
He's gonna be okay there. He was kind of expecting that kind of rotation to come out. Now they have a ward there that is showing the enemy triangle, so they're gonna be seeing somewhat of Mirana rotations, and you don't want to be caught anytime again with the puck. You know, he's having a decent game. Dying right now would be pretty bad. He wants to be making the next move, and there it is. He again kills Mira.
Yeah, and even Celery rotated in there as well to help out. Lol. Still 3 heroes in this mid lane, but it looks like he wants to take that tower, make sure it doesn't get denied. Dragon Tail comes off onto Quinn. Going to be a lot of damage. He even moves away from the Bushwhack. So Lal can just keep going here. And yeah, it looks like Perk just has to move himself away. Quinn doesn't want to get taken out again. So just respecting the damage that the Dragon Knight has in this dragon form.
The difference between the dragons on one side, you know, the you and the guy they told you not to worry about. Yeah, that's how it goes. 3 versus 1. He stands his ground and even almost kills the puck. That is how strong he is currently.
Yeah, Chad, he's still trying to get something off this lane, and always getting off this lane is a whole bunch of harassment here. As you can see, that Mira on the Mirana, just ready to throw out the Starstorms. And what level is it? 3 points into the Starstorm there as well. So Shad looking into the jungle onto these stacks, but Mira's just going to take them away. Again, the Starstorm comes out, and he says, creeps? What creeps?
Magnus is going for a blink after the mech. I like this. The Guardian Greaves definitely would have been a mistake, and he's gonna have it fairly soon. He's actually the most farmed hero. Magnus is just such a fast hero to farm with that it is insane. And you know, the Magnus has been farming, and Collapse has been trying to pressure the Faceless Void. But the big thing is, you're gonna get that blink, but your towers have already fallen. Usually the Magnus wants to get a couple of kills around the mid lane. That is ideal. Yeah. Now that's gonna be very tough because, yeah, it's pretty much obvious you don't have a tower.
Yeah, and Dragon Knight is going to be going towards the blink into the shard as well, so he might be able to get that set up into the Dragon Tail, even out of the dragon form, to be able to help, you know, set up maybe for a Mirana or something like that. And Shad moves himself to the top lane, but he's so far forward here now as well, with the creep wave being pushed to the dire tier 2, that, you know, if TPs come in like this on the Dragon Knight, Mamposhka's already going to be there with the Shadow Poison, going to be able to slow him down. Disruption coming through now as well. Ace, though, there's going to be a really nice Bushwhack. Do they have the setup with the Sharpshooter to get the kill? RP, he's going to catch onto 2. It gets both supports. Chronosphere comes out, though. It catches onto the Magnus, but the damage should still be there from Shad. He's going to be able to claim 2, maybe no Mira, with the Moonlight Shadow coming out. And that's going to be the Magnus using the mechanism. So they do get the kill, but that's going to be an RP and a Chronosphere just for a Shadow Demon kill.
This is what Spirit wants. They want to be the ones that are forcing out fights, even if it's on their side of the map. If they're forcing it out because of their tankiness, Gaimin Gladiators currently don't have the damage, and you just need to keep tabs on where the puck is, and you know that he's not going to be killing too many heroes.
Yeah, and bottom lane, Celery trying to do what he can. Quinn's going to be able to get the kill onto Yataro here in the mid lane. I don't think that was expected, but what else can he get out of this? Stampede's going to go. The Silencer does go down. In the mid lane, though, it looks like Ace just backs himself away. And yeah, with these 2 big ultimates going down, is this where you expect Team Spirit to get aggressive, or do they still want to wait on the Dragon Knight blink?
You need to have a blink to be able to do it. So did Collapse finish his? Yeah, they're going to be aggressive either way.
Yeah. Okay, they're going to be able to get the kill onto Tofu now. Disruption coming out. Are they going to be able to take the arrow connect as well? They're going to have the damage out. Are they going to be able to take down Quinn? Quinn with the phase shift. Tries to get himself away. There's going to be the global stance now as well, but the right clicks might be enough to do the job as Quinn. Trying to get himself out, but Maposhka with that shadow poison still does the job.
He used everything there just to be able to finish him off. And here's the thing. Now the DK will have a blink as well. This is the difference. You have a blink dagger on one side and 2 on the other. And, you know, usually it's not that big of a deal. But the problem is one side has opened up the mid lane, which is kind of the access point to every single part of the map. And the other one hasn't. Plus, they don't really have the means to do so. They need to win a big fight to be able to accomplish something like it.
Yeah, the skewer comes back, but Mira, though, with the double leap, even the arrow's going to connect here as the disruption. So Ace going to be taking a lot of harass just from these illusions himself. He's not going to be able to get the blink in, constantly being cancelled, so he will not be able to follow up on the chase.
This is the thing. You are playing the Magnus even if you get a shard in this game. There's so many things that are gonna be super annoying to you. Stun from Collapse, jump out from Mira, disruption from the Shadow Demon. It's not easy to get the shard, the Horn Toss into a skewer back. So I don't know if Ace even goes for something like it.
Yeah, and let's look now because there's a smoke coming through. The rotating with Tofu here in the triangle. That is going to be Yataro. Mira gets the kill onto Shadow. That's going to be a really nice shutdown. And again, if we look at the network, we'll see what happens here. But there's going to be the shockwave into the RP, the drive back now as well. Tofu and Quinn, they might have the damage to take down the Moonlight Shadow. Not going to be there in time, so they will be able to get the kill onto Yataro. But Yataro, he's got a 2k net worth lead here. It's 5k overall, and 2k of that is going to be between Yataro and Chad. So even though he gets taken down, Yataro has such a buffer above the Faceless Void.
That's a blunder from Yatoro, though. Oh, they won't collapse.
Yeah, they might be able to get him now as well with the Dream Call coming out. He's going to try and break that and get himself out. Again, big tanky boy, but with 4 heroes stacked around him, even with that Centaur Huff Stomp, he's still going to be taken away and taken down.
Yeah, I want to say that was a big blunder from Yatoro because DK was on top. He was kind of very deep in and no one was there. So that's the time where you know that you're being hunted. And he could have left the illusions and moved to the side, but he made a mistake. The overstayed his welcome and in the end paid the price. But our viewers, they don't have to pay anything. They get the free $15 there if they click on the banner below for their first bet, of course, if they are new. And hopefully we are still getting some new guys here, Rob, because this was a very, very long tournament.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if there wasn't anyone new watching the stream because, I mean, it's been going for so long and we're into the grand finals. This is, you know, Gaimin Gladiators, Team Spirit. This is it's a really high quality matchup coming into this, and we can see that Tofu, they're going to try and look for the rotation. I mean, he was spotted up by one of the Terrorblade illusions there as Yataro just keeps farming out. And is this now, I mean, he's going to be going towards the Manta style, and after being struck down once, does he use these illusions, or at least one of these illusions, to get a little bit of extra vision here?
He's going to be more careful from now on. I think Yatoro was kind of, we're doing great, we're going to win this game, right? But him going down there, all of this aggression from Team Spirit, you know, it kind of, I don't want to say it gets nullified, but it's not ideal. If he dodges that gank there, the game is a disaster for Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, look at this now as well. While the global stance comes out, he already gets the blink, but there's not going to be a Dragon's Tail because that global comes out immediately after the blink and now the Chronosphere. But it is going to be a Dragon Knight with a blink in for a collapse. He gets himself caught, but the Chronosphere is going to end. RP comes out, only catching on to the Dragon Knight once again. He's a big tanky hero, but the damage coming through from everybody inside of Gaimin Gladiators, they are going to be able to take him down. Shadow gets caught out in the disruption. No follow-up. He wants to go for the time walk up the hill. Maposhka, is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? Might be backed up. There is no Moonlight Shadow here now as well, so they should be able to get a double kill here on this, and they do take down the Shadow Demon as well.
I like the no hesitation from Gaimin Gladiators. The reason Team Spirit there didn't just get a clean kill is because they hesitated with the jump. They're like, our smoke broke, what am I gonna do? And then they got seen.
Oh, they might still be able to get the kill, though. They're going to be able to take down the Faceless Void, the jump into the Starstorm, the arrow to follow up there as well. Really clean kill, and Gaimin Gladiators, they did abandon Shard to let him get the XP, let him get the farm, and it was just easy for Team Spirit to get the jump and find that kill.
Yeah, Team Spirit, they had really weird kind of retreating patterns there on the top lane, and Gaimin Gladiators, they thought that they all ran away. Just wasn't the case.
Well, this skewer was so close, but lol, with the quick finger blink away there, able to get himself out of danger.
Still, Team Spirit, again, all of the spells were used by Gaimin Gladiators. They got 2 kills, but they lost 1, and all of the lanes are being pushed in. Plus, the one that was farming all this time is Yotoro. So this is, it is not ideal for Gaimin Gladiators. You always take 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's just how it is, and this is what I was saying. You need to be the ones forcing the aggression. You need to force Spirit into these mistakes. Because Yotoro, yeah, he made a mistake once getting caught by the Terrorblade, but it's not going to be happening too often. So you're still going to be falling behind if this is how the game continues.
Yeah, Lal's got himself a double damage rune now as well. The shard is going to be there for the Dragon Knight, so he's going to be able to get the breathe fire out there as well as the just the fire spreading all around the map. And they're going to have another bit of lockdown now as well. Do they have anything to follow up? Dragon's Tail into the double damage rune now as well. Really nice block on the sharpshooter coming out from the DK, but he's going to be broken. So that Dragon's Blood not going to be the extra armor, the extra regen. Protection was taken away for a little bit, but he still get the kill onto Ace. And Ace, he might not be the only one now as well. The blink up collapse, Stampede comes through. Celery, the right click's coming through from Yutaro. It looks like look at the damage he's going to be able to do to the Silencer. Silencer, even the blinking coming through from the Dragon Knight now as well, still has that double damage and it should be fading soon, but not soon enough for the Silencer.
And look at the lanes. Look at the lanes. Like, are Gaimin Gladiators going to be able to make something happen now as soon as they're up? Not really. Team Spirit are going to be the ones controlling everything. Okay, Yotaro a little bit overly aggressive there.
Yeah, the bushwhack into the boomerang, but he's going to be able to get himself a nice Manta style out of this and just walking himself away, still silenced, but just walking himself into the rest of his team. And if Gaimin Gladiators wanted to chase that, yes, a few ultimates are down, but they still need to fight into the entire side of Team Spirit.
I like Tofu that he went for the boomerang. He understands how important it is that they destroy a hero in a second.
Yeah, and they might be able to get, I mean, Collapse, again, super tanky. It's so hard to take him down.
He doesn't care. And it's now going to be Team Spirit that are going forward. They're the ones that want to go without hesitation right now.
Yeah, Moonlight Shadow's going to be there. Does he catch up to Quinn, though? The Moonlight Shadow fades off. Quinn comes back in. Going to be able to get the silence off with the Waning Rift. And it looks like it's still going to be a lot of damage onto Mamposhka. Global Silence now as well, Mamposhka. Global Silence. Is it going to be wearing off in time? He's not going to be able to get the disruption and save himself. So Team Spirit, they just back themselves away. They just say, you know what? Okay, you can have this one.
Who cares about the Shadow Demon? You forced out the Global Silence. This is what they've been doing for the entirety of this game, just running towards Gaimin Gladiators until they force them to use their spells. You still have the Chrono, you still have the RP, but you need to use this on the aggressive and try to pressure down this mid lane tower, because, make no mistake, one time a fight will happen on the top part of the map, Spirit will win it and they'll take Roche. If you don't take down that mid lane tower, but if you do, then it's gonna be a bit different. Then it's not gonna be so easy for Team Spirit to make that kind of a move.
Yeah, and Quinn, he's just farming. He's got to be careful though. The Stampede comes out. They're actually going to be jumping onto Tofu, so Quinn going to be able to get himself away. The arrow connects, claims that kill, and that's going to be the real sharpshooter there from Mira, being able to place that arrow. But it looks like Quinn will be able to get himself out of danger if he carries on, yeah, in the trees, and looking to maybe get that TP away. So yeah, he's going to be out, and no follow-up coming out from the side of Team Spirit. Meanwhile, Ace just continues to push out that mid lane, finding the farm, and how's he looking here? You know, he's got himself... Was that the Aether Lens there as well? I think it was, as Faceless Void. Yeah. Going towards the BKB here on the Faceless Void. And guys, don't forget, below the stream there is a banner. If you are a new customer, you can get yourself a free $15 bet there if you click the banner below the stream. As Yutaro, it's going to be the Skadi here now as well. So, no BKB here for the Terrorblade. Is the Manta style just enough for that protection?
With the amount of gold that he has, I'm gonna say yes. You do not die. You're gonna get the Sunder off. Also, there's gonna be more and more items to be able to remove the Global Science, you know, the Lotus Orbs, the Guardian Greaves on the Mirana and stuff like that. Miposhka might get something to help him as well. And then the Terrorblade doesn't die during the Chrono, the Terrorblade doesn't die. And I think with the amount of farm that he has, that he can get away with not going for a BKB, going for a Butterfly Satanic, and just straight up winning the game that way.
Okay, well, we'll see. Nice word there from Tofu. Gets himself out of dodge as well, just in time that Collapse wasn't able to catch him out. Collapse, he's going straight for the heart. Does he go for the heart before the Lotus Orb?
I would prefer the Lotus. Yeah, let's put it that way. But on the other hand, it is Collapse, and he likes to be super greedy.
Yeah, Tofu taking down Mira at no skewer back. It wasn't even needed, because Tofu got the straight-up solo kill there onto Mira.
Yeah, very nicely done. That ward really nicely placed because they knew the importance of getting a pick off to defend that tower. And defending that tower is very important. We already talked about Spirit. They stand in front. You can't kill the fat frontliners. You even use the global silence. If they don't die, you're in trouble. So they were prepared to kill someone that was hiding there, and they do take down Mira. But yeah, maybe Collapse goes for a heart. I think the idea might be, I'm going to go with the heart and you can't kill me. You're going to be needing to use your big spells, and then just by pushing aggressively, Otomo is going to get so strong that we win the game. So yeah, probably going to be the heart first.
Yeah, I mean, we can see again the 7k net worth difference between Spirit and Gaimin Gladiators. It's about 3k of that going the way between the two carries. Mid lane as well, about 1,000 gold, and then about 2,000 between the two offlaners. Yutaro, with this Moonlight Shadow, he's just walking himself straight into the Roche pit.
Gaimin Gladiators, they know something is up, and they're in a smoke, so they're going to be here in time. The only problem is that Quinn has no mana. He's TPing to the base. This is bad. He won't be there in time.
Yeah, no, the global silence is going to be, but what? Just for the Centaur. Centaur, great distraction for Collapse. You know, global silence comes out. There was, but did they carry on going for it? They actually could have backed themselves out of the pit. Okay, so maybe enough to scare Team Spirit. Shockwave, not actually going to connect onto the Dragon Knight.
The big thing is that the meta was used there. If not, if it hadn't been, Team Spirit would be going for a smoke right now. They might go for it anyways, and you get a kill into Roche. But because you use the meta, you use the Dragon form, and you lost Collapse, then the Roche is really off limits currently. So I don't know if they even feel comfortable going for it. But again, with Collapse being the only one dead, you create even more space for Yutaro.
Yep. Oh, they're going to be able to get the Horn Toss back. Are they going to have enough to take down the Dragon Knight? No, the Dragon Knight with the BKB drops that Fireball now as well. They might be able to turn this one onto Ace, but Ace trying to get himself away. He has used that mechanism, so he's just going to be able to walk himself up onto the high ground, get himself out of danger, and no real follow-up there from Team Spirit.
Big plays coming out from Gaimin Gladiators in the past couple of minutes. They're forcing out some things from Team Spirit, and they're not getting punished for it. A little bit of luck there that the creep wave just ended up coming over, because the arrow, if it had connected onto Ace, he probably just sticks out.
Yeah, smoke though coming out from Gaimin Gladiators. What are the? I mean, all the ultimates are up apart from that global silence, so he might be able to make something happen here. And it looks, I mean, they're still going to be coming through now as well. They get the silence up, but it's only going to be onto the illusions. So it may be, if Spirit were paying attention, they know something's up.
Their scan popped and they're like, oh, they're here, and no, they're not. So walking into the Roche is actually quite nice if they can prepare good vision, and they actually already have it. One on the high ground to the left, one on the high ground to the right. And Team Spirit, again, they don't have the meta, they don't have the ability to fight. It seems like the Roche is gone. Very, very nice sequence of events for the Radiant side.
Yeah, and you can see there's no contesting. Like you say, there was no way that Spirit wanted to contest into that, so Roche was even still damaged from the previous attempt, and Gaimin Gladiators are going to be able to pick that up. Aegis coming through onto the Faceless Void.
This is an amazing smoke. They see them clearly. They know exactly where they are.
They're going to be able to get the stomp onto the silencer. Arrow comes through now as well, so Yutaro going to be able to pick up the kill. But do they have enough to take down Lyle? Lyle, there's going to be the diving as well with that Starstorm coming out, and they get the kill onto Ace, so they might not have taken the Roshan, but this still opens up the tier 2 tower in the mid lane, and the fortification has to be used.
One thing that Spirit were like the best in this tournament is punishing teams who take Roche. So once they're coming back, they're always there prepared. This time around, they even had really good vision there onto the high ground. So 2 kills and the tier 2. Usually, without the Aegis, you can't really take a tier 2. But this is a 26-minute tower, and now the outpost will be there. Plus, they have some vision in the enemy triangle, so they don't have to go for the outpost. They can farm the map and then just get out in time.
Yeah, and we can see now Maposh, you're going to be caught in the Dream Call, but again, no real follow-up, and he's going to be able to get himself away because Tofu was too far away. Shad, he wants to be getting the farm in the jungle there as well, and that's going to be, it's not the biggest of cooldowns. What is it, like 60, 80 seconds, I think, maybe?
Yeah, not the biggest. I think 80. Maybe 80, 70, 60, maybe. I'm... Not 100%, but it will come back fairly soon. So that's why you're not really hesitating to use it there. The problem is Quinn might get caught here. If he gets hoof stomped...
Arrow stump comes through. Any arrow to follow up. It's not going to connect. It was just a little bit too late there. And Quinn, he might be able to get himself out. He's in the trees. The global silence will be wearing off. But he's going to be able to get himself out with the TP. Maybe Mira with the Starstorm. It's not going to be enough damage. It doesn't connect there anyway. And Quinn able to get the TP back to base.
It's the pressure of the puck. It's the pressure of the puck. You have to go for it immediately when you see him because you know that he's going to be getting out.
Yeah, and Shad, I mean, he might step up. Lal's going to be walking himself right into Ace, but he gets the Dragon Tail off Shad. Does he want to throw the Chronosphere out of this? The skewer's going to miss, but he gets himself right in the trees. No, Lal! Immediate blink out there as well as soon as he moves out, and there is going to be a rotation coming through, so he's bought so much time. There's going to be a really nice Dragon Fire coming through now as well. Sharpshooter does connect onto the Mirana, but the Mirana's going to be fine on Lal. He gets the kill onto Ace, and Lal in that Dragon form. He's not going to have a lot of mana, but he's still looking to the damage in Shad. He pops that BKB, even with the Dragon Tail mana not being available, and the Storm comes out onto the Silence. So do they have the damage to take him down? With the Bushwhack, it's going to keep the Collapse locked down for a little bit, but the arrow flies through, and Lal claims the kill onto Celery. So great bait mate there from Lal to try and get up into Faceless Void's face, forcing out that BKB, even without the mana for the Dragon Tail.
Spirit is diving, and look at the top part of the map and the green dots, the pink dots there. It's just, you know, Yotaro doing whatever he wants. He's pretty much surrounded by vision. He's not going to be in any kind of trouble, and they're going to get another tier 2. So this was just perfect from Team Spirit, and Laurel set it all up perfectly. Gaimin Gladiators, they're like, okay, we got him. He's so far away from the tower. Juke into the trees, left, right, ankle's broken, jump out, and his team comes there in time.
Yeah, he was definitely running them around in circles. Some Scooby-Doo time stuff, and he even popped the Aegis here now as well. The Bushwhack out onto Collapse, but is there going to be any follow-up onto Shad? Because Shad, that is going to be the Aegis down. And again, Chronosphere RP are up, but it looks like Team Spirit, you know, they're not backing away from this. They've taken that Aegis, and now Yotaro, he's found the farm. They might want to try and start leading the tempo, getting even more aggressive. And Team Spirit, is their time to shine now?
They're shining for sure. So in the end, he is going to be finishing off the Lotus Orb first. I guess Collapse thought this game my farm has stopped, so I'm going to be being a little bit less of a greedy guy. Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah, Quinn jumps in. He's going to be able to immediately phase shift off, but the Storm comes through. They're going to be able to follow this one as well. Global Stance is going to be there, but Lal has the BKB. He was caught on the edge of the Chronosphere. He's going to be taken away now as well. Shad tries to get himself away, but he traps in Ace, and that RP comes out, but there's going to be no follow-up. Even the pipe being popped in now as well. So the chase is on the slowdown onto Ace. The fireball goes down. Going to be a blink stomp onto Ace's head, and they just say, Spirit are in the base. They say, this is our base now, and you have to push us out. Otherwise, we're going to take complete control.
Look at Laurel, big black dragon in your base, and there's also Terrorblade there. Yeah, this game 1, it's over. Team Spirit, they outdid themselves, drafting phase-wise, and then the way they played. You know, the only thing that looked good for Gaimin Gladiators in this game was the start of the laning phase for Quinn, but ever since he got ganked by Mira, that was it. Team Spirit were in control, and they never, literally never let it go.
Yeah, and Yotaro here moving into the base as well, with all these illusions coming out from Aposhka, from the Manta Cell, just being able to pull more out of the bag as well. And the buildings are just disappearing. They have the buyback onto the Faceless Void, but it looks like they're going to give up at least a lane of racks. Is it going to be 2 now as well? They're going to try and make the dive onto the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon going to get himself away from this. Sunder comes out to try and keep Lal alive, but they do get the kill onto Maposhka, and now the TP away, but it's going to be cancelled by the Horn Toss. Dragon Tail comes out onto Ace, and Lal, he's just buying so much time. Stampede's going to be used, but he was caught in the skewer, so he's not going to get the most benefit from that now as well as Collapse. He dives back in. Lal's going to go down and Collapse with the Bushwhack. Do they have enough to take him down as well? Because Centaur, a big tanky boy, he did actually go for the Lotus before the Heart, and he's trying to do what he can. It looks like he's just buying as much time as he can in the base. And Collapse, does he actually get the kill onto Ace? No, with the 3 heroes around, they are going to be able to take down the Centaur eventually.
Yeah, what do you do to fat guys? You kite them. You don't want them to catch you, hug you, lie on you, or whatever. You don't want them to get close. And this is what was happening here. Gaimin Gladiators kiting these 2 fat boys around. In the end, Team Spirit, at least they got Yotaro out. Man, I thought there for a second with the Stampede that Laurel was gonna live. But then, you know, Collapse, he's like, I didn't manage to save my teammate. I die as well. And that is the true guy, like showing his honor there for sure. But still, even with the little bit of a response from Gaimin Gladiators, Shad was that all that time, and he's your win condition. And I mean, look at win condition on one side and the other. This Terrorblade is gonna have 2 full items over the Void.
Yeah, I hadn't even checked net worth. 7k over the Faceless Void here for Yotaro, and he's got, I think he's actually finished off the Satanic as well.
I haven't been looking at his items, but I think so. Satanic Butterfly is what he wanted anyways, and that's the point of the game where you stand your ground and the enemies are looking at you, and that's about the only thing they can do. You don't know what to do with him. You need to kill every single one of his teammates and then bash him forever for you to be able to get the kill.
Look at this now as well. Ace is going to be scouted on. Maposhka in the Moonlight Shadow. The Arrow's going to connect as well. They're going to be able to take down the Magnus once again. Starstorm comes out, and Magnus, he's dead for 48 more seconds. And again, the tier 2 tower on the top lane does stand, but Team Spirit, with the momentum that they have, how long is this tier 2 tower actually going to be stood for? Because you can see, again, Yutaro, he's moving himself down towards it. It looks like they might want to try and go for Tofu, though, in the trees. Sharpshooter going to be blocked once again by the Mirana. So get down, Mr. President, as they keep the Shadow Demon alive. And Tofu through the trees, trying to get himself away from this. But Lol is on the chase. Does he have the right read on the blink? Can he get the Dragon Tail? He can. And Tofu will be able to get himself out.
That was nice play coming off from Tofu, trying to get a kill. He has been performing well on the Hoodwink, being able to burst people down even on his own. That is what the shard brings you. But yeah, in the end, not enough. What Spirit have been doing for the majority of the game is just kind of jumping in, as you mentioned, get down, Mr. President, and taking it for their teammates. So again, you don't get the kill and you barely get out alive.
Yeah, and would you expect here... I mean, it's going to be 2 minutes till the next Roshan. Is this Spirit's next timing, or do you think they have the power at the minute just to go into it, push down a tier 2, maybe even take down another lane of racks? Or do they just wait the 2 minutes for the Rosh to come back up?
They're probably gonna wait, but they don't have to. I really like that Quinn has the Sentient Kaya. Oh, nicely done by Miposhka.
They've got the catch. Is there going to be any follow-up, though? It looks like Quinn's just going to be able to... Does he get out? I mean, he's trying to get himself out of this. And he's got the dives away. He's going to be fine.
He got the Sentient Kaya, so the disruption doesn't last as long. So that's going to help him not to get stunned up.
Yeah, Shad, the Stampede is going to be used. He's used his BKB, though, trying to get himself away with the Time Walk. And Lal, Moonlight Shadow comes out. Is he going to try and get himself through the trees? Yeah. And he dives right. They know roughly where he is, but anything to disrupt this Stomp? No. The TP is going to be there, and the Stomp doesn't connect in time. So at least Shad, this time, uses the BKB, and he's able to get himself away there as well.
Laurel had no way to break the Lincolns, that's why he lived. The thing is that the Faceless Void is going for defensive items. It's not like those are going to help you kill the Stair Blade, and your teammates currently, they don't have what it takes.
Tofu, the arrow is going to be there into the disruption, and Tofu, the squirrel, can he get himself away through this? He's trying to skitzer out, but Tofu, he might just go. The sharpshooter comes out to mirror now, but there's going to be the mechanism, yeah. Tofu's looking for the run. Global Silence going to be there, but the link comes through once again. The chase down, the physical damage is going to be as collapse goes down in the base, and Tofu, he's just wasting so much time on the side of Team Spirit. It looks like did they give up the chase as well? It looks like they might, as Tofu with the Force Staff up onto the cliff might still be seen by the Shadow Poison. It's going to be the blink from Maposhka now as well. And Tofu, yeah, he's got no TP. He's just trying to buy as much time as possible. And he's got at least the 2 supports tied up, but one more right click, it's going to be enough. And Mira finds the kill.
It was almost like Yutaro getting the kill. Like, how the hell did I get that kill? But in the end, it's just gonna be the Mirana that takes it. I think they saw that Tofu didn't have a TP. I mean, they knew actually. They canceled it out. So they were never gonna give up on that chase. But in the end, Tofu, he creates enough space for Collapse to die. Not the worst thing in the world. Just buying time for the Chrono to come back up.
Yeah, and Yutaro here as well. He's just continuing to farm, to push out Shad. He has to move away from this top lane farm here now as well. Like I say, he does have the Lincoln Sphere. He's got the Formal on you as well. Going towards the Skadi. Going to be nice for the stats, the extra survivability and damage that comes out for that in these fights. But again, how far is he behind? He's nearly 10k behind the Tower Blade, and Roshan. It's sitting inside this fireball, and Gaimin Gladiators, they might try and group up and smoke to contest this, but it's going to be way too late.
It seems like the Rosh is gone, and Yutaro now, he's going to be getting a shard with the Demon's Heal. Imagine, look at his items. Like, imagine how much damage he's going to be doing.
Oh, they get it!
He got the Rosh.
He snipes it, but yeah, he's not going to be able to follow up for the... So, okay, a little bit of gold. But yeah, Aegis, like you say, the shard there as well, going the way of Spirit. And I feel like Gaimin Gladiators, if they can get a good RP into a Chrono, they have damage to take this fight, but at the minute, Spirit, they're just playing the pace and the space between these fights and the team members so well. It's so hard to catch multiple heroes out.
The thing is that no one from Spirit needs to get close to Yutaro. That's the thing. So either it's Chrono onto Yutaro, which is a complete waste, or it's a Chrono on someone else, and Yutaro can use a Sunder on them and just use Satanic and turn around the fight. So for me, this is like very dark for Gaimin Gladiators. They would have to pull off some fountain stuff that, if you remember TI-10, what Collapse did to OG. That's kind of the things that I need to happen here if you're to bring down the Stair Blade.
Yeah, and Yutaro, Going to be pushing onto the racks. The Horn Toss comes out, but again, he has that Aegis. He's going to be right back into the tier 4s. They have a lot of lockdown to keep him there, but the rest of the team going to be gripping up, and the Global Silence is going to be coming out, but Shad, he's caught in the trees. He has to use his BKB. Chronosphere comes out, but it's only going to be for the Shadow Demon now as well, so at least he get that kill. No buyback there on the Shadow Demon, but while this is going on, you can see Spirit, they're just taking over the base. They're forcing everybody on the side of Gaimin Gladiators back into the fountain now, and they say, we're going to just go for this next set of racks, and what can you do about it?
There is no chrono. That's a big spell. That's a really big spell.
Yeah, Horn Toss comes out again, though, catching onto Yatoro. He does have that Aegis. There's going to be the Stampede going to be used. RP's going to be committed underneath the tier 4 towers. Do they have the... It doesn't look like they have the damage to take him down now as well. Quinn, he wants to dive in, but the damage coming through from the right clicks of Yatoro, and he's just going to be able to force Quinn back once again. And 4 heroes, 5 heroes on the side of Gaimin Gladiators trying to group up, trying to take Yatoro down at least once. But again, okay, he's going to go down once. The Satanic not going to be there for the next 16 seconds. As that Hex coming up for the next 3 now as well. But it looks like he's just going to be able to walk himself away. Dream Coil going to be used. Lotus Orb now as well. Do they have the damage to take him down? He's going to try and break the Dream Coil. Sharpshooter comes out. Do they have the damage? They are going to be able to take down Yatoro. What else can they get out of this now as well? Apotheka is already down. Mira's going to fall next as well. So the 2 supports do go down.
Actually, that was really good from Gaimin Gladiators. A nice defense. Like, pulling him back over and over again and never committing. Then the Void jumps into the backlines, uses the time dilation just to be super annoying and comes back out because he has a shard. Even Ace made a mistake there. He could have secured Yatoro, but he made a mistake and he missed it. So Yatoro could have ended up in the fountain. In the end, it didn't really matter. They still get the kill. But Yatoro in the end messed up there, broke the coil, and because of it, he died. Sharpshooter's is way too much damage that he underestimated. So very nicely done from Gaimin Gladiators. They still lose the Raxes, but you know, it's as good as it gets. I thought they were just going to be losing that fight in the game, but they're still in it.
Yeah, they get themselves the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane now as well. Double damage in the river. If somebody spots it out, you know, Gaimin Gladiators, it is a great rune to be picking up here as the side of Team Spirit come back. You know, those ultimates on the Faceless Void, on the Magnus should be coming up sometime soon as well. So, might be able to use that to capitalize as Collapse. Just trying to farm up. He's got that heart now as well. Going to the overwhelming blink. He's still going to be a ways away from that, though.
It's gonna take some time, but he has everything he needs in a big fight. Very low chances that you are gonna be focusing him down. On the open, Gaimin Gladiators still can't do anything. But if they are poking out, pulling people out with the skewer and stuff like that, those kind of fights can work out for them. But Chad still needs one more damage item, and then maybe the situation will be different.
Yeah, what do you expect? I mean, he's still got Skadi queued up. Is that the next item you think he's going to go for? You know, maybe sell that one to get that out? Or is there something you prefer him to pick up here?
I might want to see a MKB more, just so that you go through these heavy armor heroes a bit more. It gives you attack speed as well. But on the other hand, you are dealing with 2 range heroes, because that's what Terrorblade and the DK effectively are. And when you have a Magnus on your side, building stats actually gives you damage, because stats give you base damage, and Empower increases your base damage. So it does make sense in that regard. Though still, I think MKB, Daedalus, the real damage items, MKB a bit better in this game in particular, just because of the high armor, would be maybe something I would prefer.
Quinn, with the quick fingers, being able to get himself away from that stomp now as well. The Dream Coil comes out, stomp onto Collapse. Arrow is going to miss. There's going to be the skewer back. Can he take down the Moran? The Moran try and go for the leaps away. It's even going to be the Stampede use as well, but the Global Silence comes out. They might have the damage. Okay. Do they have it? The Disruption. It's going to save his life for now here. And Mira, yeah, so he does get himself out safe, and or maybe not even himself, you know, with the help of the team, gets away there. But it is going to be another question. Sunder comes out. The Terrorblade, though, is going to have the heal coming through from the lifesteal on that Satanic. Easily gets himself back up to full health. And now Team Spirit, it's like that never happened. He does have the Butterfly. So, yeah, maybe the Faceless Void, you know, that MKB could be a next item after the Skadi if the game goes that long.
We'll see if what he decides to do. Gaimin Gladiators, they go for a smoke. They need to establish some warding on the map before the Roche, because once the Roche spawns, if you're just going in blind, it's not going to be good enough. So kill into a ward is something that you want to have if you want to fight the next Roche. The thing is, this mid lane tower is still standing, and you cannot get a wrap around the perfect one to get this division down. So the only thing they can do is get ward on the right side of the map. I don't think Spirit are ever gonna be looking towards that side of the map. Just there's no reason to do so. You push in the top wave, and Gaimin Gladiators need to TP back.
Yeah, and you can see here, you know, Spirit have that perfect positioning around the Roche pit. They're not giving up this Radiant Triangle. They're keeping themselves around on the high ground as well. They've got a ward down just in case Gaimin Gladiators want to try and come up. In fact, the TP away. So Silence are really lucky that he had that TP going at the time, because it looked like they wanted to try and get in with a Stampede, maybe get an opening there on the side of Team Spirit.
This Dragonite will pack a punch with an Aghanims, and once he gets that Bloodthorn, he already has the money, but he's saving for the buyback. He understands we take the next Roche, the game is over.
Yeah, and Quinn, I mean, the Fireball's coming through. Can he follow up onto this with the phase shift? He's going to try and get the Blink away. Global Silence does come out, and he's got that orb as well, so he's going to be able to waste a little bit more time here, Quinn. Just get himself out of danger. Moonlight Shadow's being used, but the arrow's not connect. He was in the phase shift there as well, and Quinn just continues to come. Yeah, he's away. And this is the big deal. Oh, he might be able to find... it's only the Centaur. I don't know. Yeah, Shad's just going to be able to get himself away. Doesn't even need to use the BKB. Just with the Time Walk, gets himself out of danger.
Yeah, doesn't even need to use the BKB, but he's a carry that has been bullied by 43 minutes by the same guy. You know, usually those guys that get bullied later on, they go, they hit the gym, they come back. What now? You know, but nah, that's not gonna be happening. Collapse. He was well aware of his sins in the younger days, so he's well prepared for the later stages of his life as well. He is still a bully to this Faceless Void, even after so much time and so much farm going his way.
Silence wants the I mean, he's got the Witch's Blade, so this is going to be like the semi-core Silencer build coming through. Once that, the Dragon Lance as well. 40 stolen intelligence.
A full core. I don't see a single support item there. He's going
he's
for
got
a
4 staff.
Yeah, because of a Hurricane Pike, not because of the 4 staff.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting 44 minutes in, so if you were going to go for that kind of... Oh, Tofu on the trees as well. The Sharpshooter comes out. Global Silence is going to be there, though, with the Yule Scepter. Is this going to be enough to keep the Shadow Demon alive? It looks like, lol, he's the damage, but the Hex comes out onto Quinn. Quinn, can he get himself away from this? The Orb now as well, but it looks like the Shadow Demon, he's going to be staying alive here, and Tofu, again, he's duking out, he's jiving, but this time he's going to go down, and Collapse will get that kill.
Man, that Have a Hammer does so much damage when you're a Centaur with this much strength. It's actually dumb. Like, I saw it even on the Faceless Void. I'm like, what the hell is that damage? And then, I mean, Faceless Void actually has a ton of stats items. When you look at this Hoodwink, she has no HP. This is one of the squishiest heroes in the game.
Oh yeah, Quinn's got to be careful here now as well. He's hexed up, but he still wants that kill. Nice. He hunts him down, he takes down Maposhka. He's got the Overwhelming Blink as well, so it's a perk with 3.2k health. Not, I mean, even at the best of times here, a perk with the mobility that it has, not the easiest hero to take down. So Quinn, with that extra health as well, it looks like he's just going to try and get himself in. A little bit of guerrilla warfare coming out for Quinn, popping a support, and then just immediately running himself away.
And this is beautiful coming out from him. What happened to Ace? I think Collapse happened to Ace. Look at his HP. That's a Magnus. Like, you can assume that's 3,000 HP plus the mech, so close to 3.5, and he just gets dismantled by Collapse. Yeah, but that was Team Spirit chasing down Quinn, thinking that he was gonna be like, they can't catch me, I'm out, they're gonna stop, and then he overstays his welcome and they kill him with a double hex. But Quinn, very nicely done. You get the kill, and you still find a nice path to get away from the enemies. The double hexes here not helping that much because the Sanj and Kaya, it's the status resistance is really nice this game. There's a lot of stuns on Team Spirit, and you know, if you have that status resistance, make no mistake, you're going to be surviving for a lot longer.
Yeah, I guess the upside as well for the Faceless Void is that, you know, he's not falling any further behind the Terrorblade. There is still that massive 10k gap, but you know, it's not going any higher to like 13, 14k. He's even going to be able to get himself a double damage rune here as the smoke comes out. What can they find? A Dream Call now. They're going to be able to take down Mira. Mira's going to go down the backlines. He can find the Chronosphere. It's going to be onto the Dragon Knight now as well. Do they have the damage to take him down? The buyback comes out from the Shadow Demon, but with the Lotus Orb now as well. This is Global Silence. Lol. He's trying to get himself back. The BKB is going to be there. Can he turn this one around? And it looks like Gaimin Gladiators is going to be fine with the kill onto Mira, as well as the buyback on the Shadow Demon. The skewer, it's only going to be onto an illusion.
Who the hell did Yatoro use his ulti on? Like, I thought he was swapping with the Dragonite, but Dragonite stayed on low HP as well. Like, I don't know what that was, but that was very weird coming out from the Terrorblade. Either way, you know, this is big from Gaimin Gladiators. In the past couple of minutes, they have been keeping in it. that last fight, you know, that happened in their base where they killed the Terrorblade, it changed everything. And now they're coming for the Roche. If they're there on time, they can turn this game around, but they need to stop this Roche from happening.
Yeah, even Quinn has got that boost of travel. He's going to try and dive into this, and we've already seen Quinn snipe the Roshan. Wasn't able to get the Aegis, so Hauntosh comes down to Yatara though with the Dream Call. It's immediately going to be popped, and now it's going to be the RP onto 2 Collapse. He's going to be caught into it, but do they have the damage with no Chronosphere as well? Shad, he's just trying to dive himself around, and Poshka is going to go down as well, and it looks like Centaur going to have his life taken away from him. Yatara, he wants to chase onto the Faceless Void, and Faceless, can he get himself away from this? The Force Staff comes up, the Hex is going to be there now as well, and Shad, he's trying his best with the Time Walk. He's not going to get any heals, and Yatara gets a kill. Ace going to be the next target coming out from the side of Team Spirit, and they're even going to be able to get a skewer away onto Yataro, but he just says, thanks for taking me with you now. I'm going to do all of this damage, and Ace, even with the global silence, Lincoln Sphere is going to be popped. Quinn trying to do his best to get himself out of danger now as well, but lol, again, just trying to chase him down, even using these illusions.
I don't know what that jump from Shad was, really. Like, he's like, no, I don't want to be here. No, I don't want to be here either. I don't want to be anywhere. And yeah, that's where you'll be when you die. I like that you said Collapse is going down. And literally the only damage that Collapse took is because Yatoro, he swapped the HP with him. And then everyone is attacking Collapse and he is healing. He's literally healing. That was a really funny fight there. But it looked very easy for Team Spirit. I guess without the Chrono, the fight is just very, very difficult for Gaimin Gladiators because they can't take out those 1 or 2 heroes that are much needed for the fight to start off properly.
Yeah, and Lal has the Bloodthorn as well. So the magic damage that Gaimin Gladiators are trying to put out, it's just going to be taken away as the Dragon Knight gets those attacks off. And look at the illusions, the Manta Style on the Dragon Knight now as well, in this dragon form. The illusions coming through from Yataro. There's going to be the fortification going to be used on the base, but Spirit, they're just not going to stop. They still want to come into this, and this might actually be megas if they carry on coming.
Everything is burning here. Like, look at this now. Okay, they at least can't take down Terrorblade illusions. That's big.
Yeah, the Stomp comes out even after the Horn Toss. Global Silence going to be used, and Spirit just say, fine. Our right clicks are even stronger than the magic that we're putting out, so you silence us. We're just going to continue to rip down this base. Shad tries to come in. He's trying to get himself in and out with a Time Walk, try and get some disruption onto the push here from Spirit. Spirit to just carry on coming. The Chronosphere is going to be there now as well. Stampede's going to get used. Can he chase down to Celery? Celery's trying to get himself away from this now as well. Collapse, he might have gone a little bit too far forward, but he's a big tanky boy. Nearly 5k health, and Gaimin Gladiators just can't get through this. The Chronosphere does come through. The disruption, though, they're going to try and save the life of Yataro, as the Dragon Knight doesn't need any saving because of the Dragon's Blood, because of the armor. The regen coming through now as well. Mechanism's going to be caught. Celery on the front lines. They're going to be able to catch two. The buyback comes out from the south now as well. What can he do with this? It looks like they want to try and chase down. Gem is on the deck. Look at this, Quinn. He gets taken down. The Sunder comes through, and Yataro takes all of that health away. And Quinn, he has to get himself out there with the phase shift, with the Dream Cult, trying to get himself away. The Force Staffs as well. But Spirit have taken over this base completely to stomp onto Quinn now as well. Any follow-up onto this? Quinn trying to do his best to disrupt onto this fight. But there's only 2 heroes alive on Gaimin Gladiators. Make it 1. And Quinn, he can't do this all on his own. Shad dives himself in. He's just trying to buy time, but I don't know how much time he's going to buy. He's going to buy his death. That's what he's going to buy as Tofu comes back. But they're just fountain diving. They're getting themselves in, and Tofu, nowhere to hide the rampage. It goes the way of Collapse. Can they get even more out of this now as well? Quinn, it's going to be a 1 versus 4, and I don't think, as good as he is, he's not going to be able to defend against this, and the Ancient will go down.
I think Gaimin Gladiators now felt like boxers who fought Mike Tyson at his prime. You punch him, nothing is happening.